but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
And the light is shining through.
And then SpaceX is about helping make life multiplanetary and doing what we can to continue the dream of Apollo and ultimately make a contribution to life becoming multiplanetary.
Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. And these are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever.
And build the foundation for an eventual mission to Mars, which is actually going to happen very quickly. And, you know, I've always said that rich guys seem to like rockets. Go ahead. If you beat us to Mars, we'll be very happy, and you'll be even more famous. But they do like, explain that. Where's Eric? They do like rockets for some reason, huh? They like those rockets. But you know what? As long as it's an American rich person, that's good, okay? As long as it's an American rich person, they can beat us. And we are making our incredible facilities, okay, available to these people that have been doing so incredibly by themselves on rocketry. Beyond the earth and into those forbidden skies, but they will not be forbidden for long. Because we are giving you a platform the likes of which nobody has ever been given before.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And he doeth great wonders, and maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you. Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
A future where we are a spacefaring civilization and out there among the stars. This is very exciting. If you can't beat it, join it. Like the purpose of Neuralink is to create a high bandwidth interface to the brain such that we can be symbiotic with AI. I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. I met with Congress. I was at a meeting of all 50 governors and talked about just AI danger, and I talked to everyone I could. No one seemed to realize where this was going.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times, and the dividing of time.
This was futile. I tried for years. Nobody listened. Maybe they will. So far they haven't. One thing is for sure, we will not control it. The merge scenario with AI is the one that seems like probably the best.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
I was really going on the warning quite a lot. I was warning everyone I could.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Now, if we do have a third layer, which is the AI extension of yourself, it will enable anyone who wants to have superhuman cognition.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
And if that's the case, then, and let's say billions of people do it,
and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name,
then the outcome for humanity will be the sum of human will, the sum of billions of people's desire for the future. And then people may decide that they want to retain their biological self or not. I think they'll probably choose to retain their biological self. If your biological self dies, you could probably just upload into a new unit. Literally.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Concludes the test. Propulsion system safety completed nominally.
I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
And then SpaceX is about helping make life multiplanetary and doing what we can to continue the dream of Apollo.
And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times, and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
All right, that's all a lot easier in 0G, by the way. So there you have it. So Dragon version 2, capable of carrying up to 7 astronauts, propulsively landing almost anywhere in the world, and something that's designed, as I said, to be fully reusable, so you can fly this multiple times, allowing for potential dramatic reduction in the cost of access to space. Thank you.
You can ignore this dragon if you want. Most Christians do. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty. But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them.
On behalf of Ripley, Little Earth, myself, and our crew, welcome to the Crew Dragon.
Congratulations to all of the teams who made yesterday's launch and today's docking a success. These amazing feats show us not how easy our mission is, but how capable we are of doing hard things. Welcome to the new era in spaceflight.
Harness the power of drugs. I think it's safe to say that drugs, but I think more importantly that we're very good drug players, we're very good drug members, and we do well and we're competent. Drug situations where we have to work closely with other drugs, and based on that past history of success, what it takes is drugs to push the boundaries of drugs and what they're capable of doing. So I mentioned before, we've been up here for about 2 decades on drugs and space station doing drugs and doing drug demonstrations, and every time we take another drug, how we're going to achieve success 5 years from now.
Tripping balls here.
Tripping balls here.
So which one of you is ready to go to Mars? Are you ready?
We are
absolutely ready to go to Mars.
Who's ready to go to Mars up there? And I think you're ready. I know you're ready, right?
But we destroyed that technology.
The rocket equation.
His name is Ralph, man.
She was a woman.
Oh, yeah, that would be disastrous.
She'd like to go to Mars very quickly.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to.
Epic achievement.
And it's a painful process to build it back again.
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
We just discussed that. She'd like to go to Mars very quickly.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
It would kill everyone on Earth.
We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
No, now I'm not sure we went far enough out to encounter the Van Allen radiation belt. Maybe we did.
No. Naturally.
I don't know the distance to the Van Allen radiation belt.
Naturally.
And
we used to.
If we did, it wasn't a problem.
Naturally.
Just as it passes over the Indian Ocean, we lose communication.
We destroyed that technology.
No. Naturally.
We'll pass through the Van Allen belts.
Maybe we did.
An area of dangerous communication. Radiation.
See things that we don't know.
Naturally, radiation like this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Orion.
Flash of light.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice.
No.
Once up and once back.
Space is not necessary.
But Orion has protection.
And it looked like it was on the moon. But
shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation.
I'm not sure.
Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
It's a painful process to build it back again.
No. With what we knew at that time, it looked like that would be difficult.
No. Space is not necessary.
Hey, Buzz. Are they gonna buy this? Are they? I hope so. Here we go. Oh boy. What did we do? Buzz, why'd you wear that blue suit? Thing's terrible. What are we here for again? Psst, who the heck are you? Where am I? Buzz, why'd you wear that blue suit? Thing's terrible. What are we here for again? Psst, who the heck are you? Where am I? Why are they taking our picture? Do you know? What the heck is going on here? Buzz, why the blue suit? Boss, what are we even doing here? Do you know Pinhead? They sure took a lot of pictures. Buzz, what's up with the blue suit, dude? Just say we went to the moon. Yeah.
I've watched it on TV. To be in the room when something like this happened. It wasn't just the American leadership that watched it on TV. Leaders from all around the world watched it on TV. And of course, populations from all around the world watched it on TV. Newspapers tomorrow morning, and of course in social media today, online, in the newspapers, watched it on TV. So what an amazing day for our country. But it's not just people all around the world watched it on TV. People off the world have seen it, and they have some things they'd like to say.
Yeah, we watched it on TV.
Dirty image.
Thank you. I had the privilege to watch
TV.
The landing with our science and instrument teams on
TV.
Insight.
On TV.
So it was amazing watching
on TV
with the scientists and the engineers that have devoted many years of their life to watching Insight land
on TV
and see it actually land successfully.
On TV. I've watched it on TV.
Looking into the interior of Mars.
I've watched it on TV.
Why should we all care about this? I know it's exciting, but why should we all care? What do we expect to get out of digging into Mars?
TV.
Okay, so the reason why we're digging into Mars is really just to better understand not just Mars, but the Earth itself. And wonder at the dirty image
on TV.
Several hundred years ago in 1610, Galileo took the first telescope and pointed it up in the sky, and he saw Jupiter. And he noticed over the course of a couple of days that the stars nearby Jupiter were moving into different positions each night. And somehow he figured out by that fact that they must be orbiting Jupiter. And it was a revelation. And it changed our culture and our perspective of ourselves forever. Earth was not the center. Earth was not the center.
Earth was not the center. And he imagined this.
And he imagined this.
And he imagined this.
And he imagined this. And after that, for centuries, we have imagined.
We have imagined. We have imagined.
We have imagined
how the planets move and how the stars move. And we've only been aided with computer animation or the efforts of Hollywood.
Of Hollywood.
Of Hollywood.
And we've only been aided with computer animation or the efforts of Hollywood.
Can we get that animation, please?
That animation, please.
That animation, please.
That animation, please.
Movie.
Movie.
It comes to my mind that I've had my whole life that I'm hoping we get an answer to is, how'd we get here? How'd we get here?
How'd we get here?
How'd we get here?
So that rocked. Seriously.
So that rocked. Seriously.
Was that cool or what?
Was that cool or what?
Woo! 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 Woo!
But we were young and stupid, and how much everybody deserves this great success we've had. Say something profound.
I am terribly humbled by this experience. Secretly, that's the big payoff, secretly.
Soup to nuts.
Forever.
And after that, for centuries, we have imagined.
Forever.
We have imagined.
Forever.
We have imagined how the planets move and how the stars move.
And because of that, I say the state of NASA is strong.
When you come in from a spacewalk, you're surrounded by the emptiness of space. It's sort of like the opposite of air. There's nothing there at all. When you quickly repressurize the hatch and you open up the hatch and you smell, what is that lingering smell from a place that used to be exposed to space? The smell in there is a little bit like that trace of a smell of gunpowder or burnt steak, or sort of like brimstone, like a witch has just been there. It's a cool, lingering trace of a smell. I think what it really is, brimstone, like sort of that metallic gunpowder-fired smell, that a witch has just been there. In truth, it smells a little bit like a witch has just been there.
Back to what I was saying about, if you notice the screen behind me, that's the path of the ISS. I mean, that's official. And look at the shape of the screen. It's flat. Check. 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 All right, we're almost done with our pre-launch checklist here.
The one you're carrying inside your rusty innards. Just you reconsider plain athletic organ. And no more of this Obi-Wan Kenobi gibberish. You're fortunate he doesn't blast you into a million pieces right here. No, I don't think I can make it. I'm done for. I can't abide those Jawas. Disgusting creatures. I would much rather have gone with Master Luke than stay here with you. I don't know what all this trouble is about, but I'm sure it must be good. You watch your language. Nobody worries about upsetting a droid. What are you talking about? How rude! Did you hear that?
So which one of you is ready to go to Mars? Are you ready?
We are in.
We are absolutely ready to go to Mars.
Who's ready to go to Mars up there? And I think you're ready. I know you're ready, right?
But we destroyed that technology.
The rocket equation.
His name is Ralph, man.
She was a woman.
Oh, yeah, that would be disastrous.
She'd like to go to Mars very quickly.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to.
Epic achievement.
And it's a painful process to build it back again.
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
We just discussed that. She'd like to go to Mars very quickly.
It would kill everyone on Earth.